Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiara. Today we are going to be doing a 2019 roundup. So pretty much my most reached for beauty products of 2019. Now, this does not mean that these products necessarily came out last year, because a lot of these products have been out for a while. This is just products that I gravitated towards and that I used the most in 2019. Now, we are going to get into this video. I do quickly want to say that I did move some stuff around, so let me know down below how you think my lighting is, because I have incorporated some new things. I've taken out some things, I've moved my lights around, things like that. So if you guys think that I look okay, let me know. Also, if you guys like my sweater, I bought it at the thrift store and it reminded me of my grandpa. I got it from the men's section, so I bought it. Shout out to Grandpa. First category is going to be eyes. So eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, things like that. So there are quite a few things in each category. It's not just one thing per category. So hopping into eyeshadow, we have a few. First on the list would definitely have to be Super Shock Shadows from Colourpop. If you guys are not aware what a Super Shock Shadow is from Colourpop, I recommend you guys get your hands on one ASAP. They come in these little containers, just like this. They come in so many colors, and if you guys can tell, it is a very weird consistency. So the consistency is like bouncy, it's like cushiony. The payoff is amazing. I forgot that was there. And they're just beautiful and silky. You don't have to fight with them to get the pigment that you want. You can just swipe it across and they're freaking beautiful. I have a whole bucket of these. They're honestly probably one of the main things that I purchased multiples of in 2019 because I have so freaking many. Alright, sticking with the theme of Colourpop, I'm obsessed with their monochromatic palettes. I try to incorporate things in here that I've had for longer than half of the year, so I kind of tried to make that cutoff in June, but these just had to get thrown in. So the Baby Got Peach palette by Colourpop, I believe came out in June, and the Going Coconuts palette, I want to say, has only been out like 3 or 4 months. Now, when I tell you guys that these, for the price, are freaking ridiculous. I believe these are only $12 each, and again, if you buy them when they have a sale, which is literally all the time, you can get them for about $9. They are so beautiful. Let me open these. Mine's in the wrong place because I dropped it and they all fell out, so I don't think my shades are in the right spot. So we have the Going Coconuts and we have the Baby Got Peach. These are honestly the perfect palette if you just need to throw something in your bag, you have somewhere to go. Honestly, they're freaking amazing. I did recently splurge and get their 30 pan palette, but I can't really put this in my 2019 favorites because this has only been out 2 months. But Colourpop palettes in general, not only the monochromatic palettes, are freaking amazing. Definitely recommend them. Sticking with eyeshadow still, my favorite brand of 2019, probably off the bat I would have to say, is JuviasPlace. This is just one of the many palettes I have from them. This is the Nubian 2. I will show you guys what it looks like. This is just beautiful. The pigmentation is always freaking beautiful. It never disappoints. It's easy to blend. They're super inexpensive. I think all of their palettes are $20. Again, if you're frugal like me, you wait for a sale, you can get them cheaper. They do sell these at Ulta. They do sell them online. Honestly, go to your local Ulta. JuviasPlace has amazing products. Personally, I did not like their foundation that they released in 2019, but eyeshadow palettes, hands down, one of the best palettes I've ever laid my hands on. Moving along, next is going to be a Stila product, and that is the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadow. Now, this is a liquid eyeshadow with a doe foot applicator, and this is what it looks like. Now, this is freaking beautiful. It has like a blue to purple shift. So they make colored ones, and then they also make just stark like glitter ones. So you can actually get these at TJ Maxx. You can't really always find the color that you want, hence why like the colors that are normally there are like purples and blues, but I have found ones that are like normal colors like bronzes, silvers, and golds. So if you go to your local TJ Maxx, look around, sometimes, most of the time, there's at least 1 to 2 different colors on the shelves. Definitely check it out. I get them for like $7.99 to $12. Next, we're going to talk about face products. So for most of the year, I have been using this right here. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have about 7 of these in my drawer because I've used them literally all year, and I gotta buy different shades and mix shades because I literally bought a new one pretty much for every season. Now, this foundation, when I put it on my skin, sometimes I'm like, it doesn't look that great, but this photographs beautifully, amazingly. And this is only $5. I've seen it on sale as low as for $2.88. $5 for a foundation, especially of this size. It is 1 fluid ounce, is amazing. Now, this does not apply very well with a sponge. I have noticed that it applies way better with a brush. So if you do buy this, definitely use a brush, but it's freaking amazing. And if you guys want to look like just beautiful and airy and like airbrushed in your photos, this one is freaking amazing. Moving along to concealer, I have 2 that I reached for this year, and that is going to be mainly this one. And this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This one has a sponge tip applicator, which isn't very sanitary. I know a lot of people do pop this off, but if you're not a makeup artist, it doesn't really matter. It's just going on your face, and this is what the coverage looks like. Now, this is in the shade Neutralizer, which is the lightest shade that they make, and if you guys can tell, I'm like a medium to light. I'm mixed, so I do have a super yellow complexion. For some reason, like late 2018, early 2019, I thought that like bright white concealers were the way to go, and they're not. So I have about 7 of these again in my drawer because I have multiple varying different colors of these. Next is something that really shouldn't shock you because it is a cult favorite, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape. Now, this, if you guys have never seen it, which I don't think is possible, has an oversized doe foot applicator, and this is what the coverage looks like. Everybody and their mother is obsessed with this concealer. Everybody was obsessed with this concealer, and I know why, because it is amazing. The coverage is awesome. It's just an overall around great concealer. It is a little bit pricey at $25, I believe, but I do think this concealer is freaking amazing as well. So these 2 are definitely great. While we're still on the topic of face, I want to talk about setting powder, and that is this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in shade 100 Translucent, and it is just a pressed powder, and it has a little thing underneath. I have oily skin, so if you press it into your face, like under your eyes with a beauty blender, and then just dust it over the rest of your face, it is such a nice powder. Just really quick though, I do not like the loose Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. It has to be the pressed one. The loose one, I don't like it. Definitely, if you're gonna go get this, get the pressed one. Let's talk about highlighters, bronzers, and blushes. My most, I will never change my mind, favorite highlighter in the face of the earth is going to be the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in Precious Petals. This will forever be my favorite highlighter. This is what it looks like. It is the most beautiful rose gold color, and this is only $5. $5. It's, I will never like another highlighter more than I like this one. You can put on a little bit and it'll just give you like a really nice glow, or you can put on a whole bunch and it'll just be like highlighted to the gods. So this, I've tried so many different highlights, high end, low end, middle end. This will always be my favorite highlighter. I want to buy like stock in this highlighter. I want to buy 100 because I will never give up this highlighter. Okay, I'm done. I'm not exaggerating, but it's freaking great. Now, second to that would be my Becca highlighter in Precesso Pop. This is what she looks like. She's been through some rough times in her life, so hold on, because she's shattered. I'm just gonna dip into that a little bit for you guys and show you that this is what it looks like. Now, this one is a way more golden versus the first one, which was definitely a rose gold. This one is one that I go for if I want more of a golden, normally a little bit more in the summer, like when like the sun's out and like going somewhere at night with like golden hour. This one is beautiful. I don't think I reach for this one nearly as much as I reach for my Wet n Wild one, but they're both freaking beautiful. Blush, hands down, is going to be this trio right here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in the shade Peachy Love. Now, this has 3. We have shades Nectarine, Ginger, and Miami. In the spring and in the summer, I wore this orange blush probably more than I should have. If you are someone who is like a yellowy tone, please go out and buy yourself a peach blush if you've never worn it. It'll change your life. It is just the you think because like I'm yellow that I would hate like an orange blush, but it is the most beautiful thing I've ever tried in my life. At first I was like, peach blush, no. And then I dusted it on and I was just like, my life is forever changed. This one again is a cult favorite and it shouldn't surprise anybody, is the Hoola by Benefit. It is just a cool toned, I would say. Yeah, a cool toned brown bronzer. I, for the longest time, was like contouring with this and just like applying it pretty heavily, and then And then I discovered cream contour, which intimidated the shit out of me for the longest time because you just draw like a stark brown line on your face. You're like, what am I supposed to do with it now? So I discovered this, and this is the Wet n Wild contour stick. And this is in the shade Oaks on You, which I believe is their lighter one. They have two. So this one, I don't want to say it's like an orange toned, but it's definitely like not a dark brown. They do have a darker one, and I feel like I may venture to the darker one now that I'm super comfortable with this. This thing, honestly, you can twist it up. So like, and I've barely even made a dent in this, and I've had it for so long. Speaking of eyeliners now, we're going to go in with this. This is the Stila, and this is the Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. It has a normal felt tip, and that's what it looks like. It's not too thick, not too fat, not too skinny. They do make another version of this, and it is a macro fine tip, so it's super small, and next time I buy this, I'll probably get the macro one just because it's like a little bit more detailed. But this eyeliner I've had honestly most of the year, and it hasn't died out on me yet, which I don't even know how that's possible. There's still product in here. You shake it before you use it, and like, it doesn't skip, nothing. I've had this probably easily 8 or 9 months, has not worn out on me. I wear eyeliner almost 5 times a week. It's amazing. I would highly recommend this. The second eyeliner that I have is going to be different kind of eyeliner, and this is a cake eyeliner. This is by the brand SUVA, and it is a grease pot like cake eyeliner, so meaning nothing happens if you were to stick your brush in there. You put a little bit of water in the cap, dab your brush in it, and like drag it through there, and it is like the most like beautiful like line. The only thing that I do not like about this is that it is like water activated, so if you have wings on and you cry and like wipe your wing, it's gone. She's flying away because she's not coming back. So if you don't plan on crying, this is amazing. If you do plan on crying, probably go for this. My most reach for mascara is definitely going to be the Makiage Icon Mascara. It has like the most intense little bristles that grab onto like every little eyelash that you have, and honestly I haven't used a different mascara in months, and I'll definitely be repurchasing this because it is so good. For eyebrows, I just have 2 products. One, again, another cult favorite, which shouldn't surprise you, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pencil. And this is like the micro definer one, I think. There's 2. There's like a thick one and then there's a thin one. I actually have both. The thick one I feel like is better for beginners like me. My eyebrows, as you guys can probably tell, don't ever look the same. Because like just the shape of it is easier. I have been using this one just so it like gets in all those little, actually let me hold on. I can see this little hole right here. There we go. It just gets into all the little places and like gets right here really well. The spoolie on these is freaking amazing. Freaking love it. Honestly, I haven't even used another brow pencil in a while. I do like the L'Oreal one, I believe, but honestly I don't think it compares to this one that much, but it is for a cheaper price point, a pretty good eyebrow pencil. Next would be the Almay Brow Styler. The thing that I like about this is look how tiny that brush is. I love it. I wish more eyebrow products had that because you can just get all up in there and it just is so detailed, so precise. Like, I love it. Let's just really quickly hop into primers. I have 4. This is just a tiny little baby sample. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX. I was obsessed with this primer for most of the year. It's amazing. I do really like it. The next one is going to be, shocker, another Wet n Wild product. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy. This is a primer, but I don't use it as a primer most of the time. I use this as a primer sometimes, but if you guys can see, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so this right here is supposed to be worn under foundation, which I do sometimes. But this, if you're going for like a super natural makeup day, if you just rub this on to where you would normally put highlighter, it doesn't really give you a highlight. It gives you like the most beautiful, okay, it's showing up kind of as a highlight with these studio lights, but it gives you the most like beautiful, just like dewiness. Again, dewy primer. But I'll just moisturize really well, pat this on the high points of my cheeks, and just wear it as like a highlighter, and it is beautiful. Like a little bit here, a little bit there, like just dab it. Throw some brow gel in, and it is the most natural looking, just glow. Like, doesn't look like you have highlighter on. It's just like, oh, it's just so beautiful. I would recommend it to anybody. I have super oily skin, and it doesn't make me extra oily. It just gives me a sheen that I have not been able to achieve with any other product. The last primer that I have is going to be this one. This is the CoverGirl Pore Minimizing Primer. This is the purple one. I do believe they also have a green one, but I think that one is to reduce redness. It honestly smells so good. I think I've been through 2 of these. Such a great primer. If you're going to pick any primer out of all of these, I would definitely choose this one, especially if you have oily skin or if you have like enlarged pores. For eyeshadow primer, I have since moved on to a better eyeshadow primer, but I use this one for pretty much the entire year. It is the NYX eyeshadow base, and this is in the shade Skin Tone. So it's just a flesh toned eyeshadow base. I do really like this, but if you are going to use this one, I know a lot of people go in with like a sticky base and then don't set it. They'll just go in with their eyeshadow. Make sure you set this with like a translucent powder or like a flesh toned powder before you go in with this one, because it's like sticky but powdery, and if you just go in straight with a colored eyeshadow, it doesn't always give the best payoff. Lip products of 2019, I have lip liners, and I also have lip glosses and lipsticks for you guys. Alright, so my favorite lip liners of 2019, hands down, no questions asked, are the Morphe lip liners. My favorite is in the shade Honeymoon, which is this one right here. I have these in almost every color that they make them in. They're creamy. You can wear them alone as like a lipstick, honestly, just fill in your lips, and they're so comfortable. They're creamy, but they're not too creamy where your lip line smudges. They're just comfortable to wear. They're not waxy, like they're honestly perfect, and they're only $4 freaking. So if you know, $4, you can't beat that. Lip products for 2019, hands down, are just going to be NYX. NYX soft matte lip creams are something that are newer to me, but honestly, I rave about them so much. The main product of NYX that I wear are these butter glosses. If you guys have never had a butter gloss from NYX, go and get you one. They're super sticky, but they're comfortable. They're not like super sticky where like you open your mouth and it like globs together. They're just sticky enough. They're like slick but sticky at the same time. Butter glosses, freaking amazing. The matte lip creams though, even freaking better. Oh my god, guys. If you've never tried NYX lip products at all, they're freaking amazing. Hands down, go get you. They're the best. I do just really quickly want to throw in the moisturizer that I've been using, and that is the Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. So if you guys are in a state that they don't have Trader Joe's, I'm sorry, but gel moisturizers for someone with oily, acne-prone skin, in my personal opinion, are the best because I feel like cream moisturizers clog your pores. This I've repurchased 4 times. It is the best gel moisturizer ever. I love this. Really quickly, we're going to dabble and talk about setting sprays. All-time favorite will always be the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is the holiday packaging. Just the regular black one is perfectly fine. I do not like the Jeffree Star one. I do not like the pink one. It smells way too strong. It does leave my skin like a little bit more dewy, I feel like, but I just can't get over the smell. So go ahead and try it at your own risk, but the original black one will forever, like, it's just so good. I can never get over it. Second to that though would be this, and this is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This smells like old lady perfume, but in the best way possible. It does assault your face though, but it's amazing. This is also a repurchase. I have purchased 2 this year. They're freaking amazing. That is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my most used products of 2019. If you guys have any recommendations of products that you are currently loving right now, definitely leave a comment down below because maybe they'll be one of my most used products of 2020. That is it for today's video. I love you. Remember to always be a beautiful potato on the inside and the out. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. It's not for me to say.